Welcome back to King Sugi's classroom. Today we are once again with the sentence family. Okay, so today we are going to visit the sentence family's village. Why I chose villages, like at least most of us prefer countryside. Even if you are living in the city, countryside or a village is always a place where we would like to go and relax. Village or a countryside has that kind of relaxing quality. So Sentence family also has their village where they go to. In fact, Sentence family lives there. And Sentence family, when they go there, they have their backbones. There are some villages who are their backbones, their strength. Without them, the Sentence family would find themselves meaningless. Okay, and there are some who are like they beautify, they give more meaning to, more beauty to the Sentence family. So these are some villagers who contribute to the Sentence family. So today we will see who are those members, the members who contribute, who are like their backbone. Without them the Sentence family would be meaningless. And we will also see those members who are like they contribute, they enhance. I have named them as enhancers. They enhance the Sentence family, they beautify it, they add some qualities into the family that the family becomes beautiful. So today that is what we are going to do. And in fact, this is the parts of the speech that you have always learned. Okay, so I have divided the parts of the speech into these two categories, that is the backbones of a sentence and the enhancers of a sentence. Okay, so shall we see the backbones today? So I have put three of them as the backbones: the nouns, verbs and the prepositions. Alright, you might be wondering, why do you put prepositions as backbones? Is it that essential? Of course it is as essential as the nouns and verbs, because without the preposition, the noun and the verb don't make sense at all. Like if I were to say that the book is table. Okay, without preposition it makes no sense at all. The book is table, the whole meaning changes. So this is a relational word. It creates a relationship between the subject and the object. So it is a very essential part of a sentence. Alright, that is why I have put these three things. So when we say these backbones, nouns. What are nouns? Now most of you will know what are nouns. Nouns are naming words. It gives names to everything: person, place, things, animals, everything that we find under the sky has a name, and the noun gives it the name. So noun is basically very, very important. It names every little thing that you find. Okay, verbs are action words. Without action, there can be no life. If imagine all of us are lying down. All of us are sitting there doing nothing at all. Do you think there will be evolution, or do you think there will be progress, or do you think there will be any change? I think all of us will be couch potatoes, obese and with all health issues, and we may, in the long run we may not even live long if we don't have action in our life, right? So verbs are essential. Not only in the sentence family, it is also essential for our life. Action, So verbs talk about actions. They are action words. They talk about the different actions that take place, that we do every day. Alright? And preposition, as I said, prepositions are those words which tell us when, where and how they action. No, I won't say when, where and how. Place, where, when, okay? And how will not come there. The time. Okay, time, position and place is what we usually, the preposition will talk about. It actually adds more to the verb. But without it, but I cannot put it in the enhancer. It is not an enhancer. It is essential. That's why I have put it under the backbone. So actually I wanted to put it as essentials and enhancers. But then essentials become things and enhancers become persons. Therefore I had to change this into backbones. Okay. But I still like that, those words, essentials and enhancers. Maybe you also can use those, essentials and enhancers. So this will come under essentials, the nouns, verbs and pronouns. These three things only make a sentence complete. These three things make a sentence complete. And then let's see some of the enhancers that add beauty to the sentence. Alright. So here the first one, actually by order I should be putting pronoun there, but then I am putting adjectives because adjectives and adverbs, because these are real enhancers. These are used to describe the nouns. These are used to describe the verbs. So they are used for beautifying. That is why I have put them right on top. They are the real enhancers. Okay, the others have different roles to enhance it, but then these two do the real enhancing. That is why I have put them right on top. Adjectives and adverbs. We can call them the beauticians of the village. Okay, because they add beauty to the sentence. So we can call them that. If you want to call them, you can call them the adjectives and the adverbs as the beauticians. Now what does the adjective beautify? The noun, the persons, places, things, you know. And adverb beautifies the verb. So these two are the real enhancers, someone who, you know, makes something very beautiful. So when you use them along with the sentence, your sentence is going to be beautifully structured. You know, people are going to love reading your work. And then we have the pronouns. You know, when you keep naming people, you keep calling their names all the time, it could be a little boring. So, you know, these are pronouns are substitutes. You know, you might know who is a substitute. You know, you have those substitute teachers. When your teacher is not there, there is some other teacher replacing her, substituting her. I suppose that concept you know, right? So these are actually substitutes. You know, whenever people get bored using the names again and again and again, so they use these substitutes. Pronouns are the substitutes. Now later on we will see each one of them in detail. They have their own kinds, you know, and then we will talk about them in detail. Today I am only telling you what are these 8 parts of the speech that you find in a sentence. Okay, and then here the substitutors are the pronouns. They substitute the nouns. And then we have the conjunctions. You know, whenever they have a, you know, the sentence gets divided. You know, sometimes they also might quarrel. So one sentence fights with another sentence and says, I will not talk to you, I will be independent. Now the peacemaker is the conjunctions. Okay, the conjunctions do the peacemaking work. They bring them together. Okay, they join these two sentences together. So in the conjunctions also there are different kinds of people. You know, the peacemaking group it's all groups. They are not individuals, they are all groups. And each one of them have a different work to do. So that each group we will see in detail later on. Now today you only understand this much. So conjunctions are the peacemakers. Whenever sentence family has a, you know, fight and two sentences are fighting with each other and say, I will not, I am going to be separate, I am going to live separately. These conjunctions will come and you know, join them together. And when they are joined, you know, they make a different kind of sentence. And when you put adjectives, adverbs, and when you join these sentences, you know, it's going to be, your sentences are going to be beautiful. People will love reading it. Alright? And the last one is the interjections. I have already spoken about the interjections. She is the friend of the exclamatory sentence. You remember? She is like the exclamatory. She brings life. You know, that is why I call her also the enhancer. She brings life. Wherever she is, there is a lot of noise. You know, because she makes a lot of noise. Alright. So these are the enhancers. So we have 8 parts of the speech. Actually, these are parts of the speech. Okay, what we call it. And these are very, very important for a sentence. We use all of them in a sentence. Now, what are the essential ones? These ones. Nouns, verbs and prepositions are essential. They have to be there in a sentence. Without them, a sentence cannot be made at all. And these things are, these 5 are enhancers. You add them to make your sentences more beautiful. So I suppose you have understood what I mean by it, what I have explained. I hope you find this explanation interesting and you are able to connect and understand better. That is my purpose actually. All my classes have one purpose, that they become easy for you to understand. Grammar becomes easy. You are able to connect grammar to life. Okay. So if you love it, you like it, please subscribe and share it with your friends, because it has to, don't limit yourself, to watching it. Share it with your friends. Send the link to people. Let people watch. Let them find it meaningful. Let them understand what English grammar is and how English grammar can be fun. Fun and interesting. So, thank you for watching. Keep promoting. See you in the next class.